Hello again. Let's solve some sentence completion and learn how we can master this question in the GAT test. Of course, you will be faced with a question like this. You will be given a paragraph with two empty spaces or empty blanks here, and then you are given four choices. And then you are supposed to put the correct choice in each of the space. So my idea is that you focus only, first of all, you have to skim. Of course, you have to grab the main idea. So when I was something, I always thought my classes were very difficult and feared that when I got older, my something would be impossible. So he's talking about someone who's talking about classes, basically. So now you got the main idea. The second thing is try to see if the first word fits in the blank. So you don't have to take, for example, option A, you take the first word and then you take the second word. No, you don't need to do this. First, you take the first space and see if the first word in each option fits in the first space. So I can say, when I was a child, correct. When I was abroad, correct. When I was wiser, like you're basically saying that yesterday I'm wise and today I'm stupid. So when I was wiser, once a wise is always a wise person. So the word wiser here doesn't match or doesn't fit in the context here. So you simply omit the word wiser. And if you omit one word, that means the whole choice is wrong. So basically, you don't need to think about C anymore. And then you move on. When I was younger, okay, this one works. So let's move on to the second blank. So when I was a child, I always thought my classes were very difficult and feared that when I got older, my movement would be impossible. Yeah, when you get older, sometimes your movement is a little bit impossible or difficult. We don't say impossible, we say just difficult. But basically, we have here classes. We're not talking about movement. We're talking about classes and studies. However, we have to move on because we need to make sure that our choices and our answer is correct. So when I was moving to option B, I haven't settled on A yet, okay? So I just keep it in my mind. So when I was abroad, I always thought my classes, so the word abroad here might work, very difficult, and fear that when I got older, my past would be impossible. How can your past be impossible? Okay, it doesn't fit in the context here. So the word past here is wrong. That makes all of choice B is wrong. Okay, so let's move on. When I was younger, now I'm left with two choices here. When I was younger, I always thought my classes were difficult and feared that when I got older, my studies would be impossible. Yeah, this one works perfectly. Okay, so teacher, why didn't we choose A? Because simply here, he's saying your movement would be impossible, and movement is not related to classes at anyhow. Plus, your movement when you get older, it's not going to be impossible unless you are paralyzed or something. So the correct answer here will be D. So the secret is, ask yourself, does the word make sense or no? If the first blank word makes sense, carry on with the rest of the choices to see if the first choice, the first word in other choices makes sense, so carry on. If it doesn't make sense, okay, omit the whole choice, and then you carry on with the rest of the words until you find the word that fits perfectly in the blank. That's it. Okay, so you can use whatever strategy there is you like. I know that I took a little bit long time solving a question, but why did I do that? It's because I'm explaining how to solve it. In the test, it's going to be fast and easy. Don't worry about anything. For further information, you can WhatsApp me for anything. Okay, guys, see you later on.